EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. For years, the NFL's best received a trip to Honolulu or Orlando for their efforts, but now they get a trip to Vegas as EA Sports welcomes you to Allegiant Stadium here in Southern Nevada. The best players the NFL has to offer on one stage, the AFC-NFC Pro Bowl underway here in Vegas. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
44-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, and a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Comes in as Howard falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, he got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it? And
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. There he goes, right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and an AFC touchdown.
I have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, you know, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
Now for the point after. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I was wondering, I didn't think it would ever happen, taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point. I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
First down, Briscoe, and some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
And again this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. It is caught at the 7-yard line. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up at 3. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And it's caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll work 3 from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
And goal.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down.
31-yard line.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. A big play there. 64 yards. And the AFC adds on to their lead. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
And now a two-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They're going to try and run. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at two-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you got to dial up more two-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Drive here, the NFC offense. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
On play action, they'll throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
2 yards. It's 4th down.
And the NFC punt team out there now as the drive goes backward. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
That's a nice run right there. Able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead 1st quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a second down.
At the 8-yard line.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
6-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 12-0 the score after one on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
4-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 26-yard line.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Back to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brings up 2nd and
on 2nd down now. Briscoe. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the NFC has now cut it to within 1 score. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
He got into the end zone, and they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Visitors 12. Our home team 6.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. Taken about 7 yards deep. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Offense set to take their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll try and throw for it here. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That catch good for only a couple. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down and
9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Call it a gain of 5, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now a dump off here complete.
The pass.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
That's good.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a 1st down. from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
He's across midfield.
A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Stepping up, he'll try and run.
That's good for an NFC.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling. Called out a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
At the AFC's 18-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. It's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, PI gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 6-yard line.
So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Looking to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the 4-yard line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Briscoe. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So we have hit halftime of the Pro Bowl with the AFC leading the NFC. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. it's the NFC to possess it first as we are back and underway for the third quarter. A fairly short kick from the 14. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they want.
Put it mildly. That is so frustrating.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown. A great effort there. 65 yards. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
This taken in about 4 yards deep, and no effort to... Bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Here's a throw. It's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Less than a yard.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first. They'll look to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off on the 41. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll keep it on the ground. Henley. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And less than a yard.
He'll look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
And again this time to the tailback. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Henley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
22-yard line.
Gets him in stride. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll set up to throw. And it is caught for an AFC touchdown from 21 yards away. And the AFC adds on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Put down here at 29. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll run on 1st down. Henley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one to the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Henley. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Back to throw. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in, and he is into the end zone for an AFC touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the AFC able to use the short field as they cash in for 6 points. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
33. Our home team, 9.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 10.
The NFC takes over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of
and the pressure gets home, and the AFC comes up with a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He's going to launch this thing right downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
On the deep ball. Sets up 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. He's going to take another shot here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On 1st down, Henley. And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the AFC able to stretch that big lead even further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The AFC coming to the line. They'll go for 2 here. They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very pressure comes and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He sets to fire deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
8-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he's going to bring this one back for an NFC touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. A good-looking return set up here.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And a pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
3rd and 8.
The AFC thus far on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The AFC punt team out there now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
At their own 18-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
There's a pass swung out left to his running back. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at at the 34. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. On the right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
The 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Down left side on the swing pass, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
He's tackled at the
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Briscoe, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
At the AFC's 14-yard line.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
They'll look to throw again. And they're going to get him. They bring him down with sack back at the 16-yard line. This has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, possession switches hands.
The play is a turnover on downs.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Back to throw again. They will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The AFC went for it, and it doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the NFC able to get a bit closer. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Makes the score. Visitors 41. Our home team 23.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. They can now enjoy the final stages of this one. A very convincing one. I don't know what was said in the locker room, but whatever it was, it worked pretty well.
It certainly did, and it's probably a capper to everything that was said during the week, because they go over every eventuality. I mean, you know how coaches are. They want to cover every minute detail, all the way up to how much time does it take to walk from the locker room to the field, you name it. And when it all comes together and results in a victory, everyone feels pretty good about that.
Well, the I's were dotted, the T's were crossed in this one for them. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36.
Intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.